We are here on July 20th, hearing part 2 of our class videos. Some were film speeches, but mostly they were PCs. We're about to hear from Bonnie, who's going to share some personal commitments, and she's going to be very authentic.
Hi everyone, my name is Bonnie.
Hi Bonnie.
So to start my speech, I would like to share with you a story that my former roommate told me. So both she and her boyfriend had eating disorders, and they met in an eating disorder institution. However, the boyfriend's case was much worse. At age 25, he was 5'9", and then he weighed less than 70 pounds. So when he was hospitalized in that institution, he was actually denied a bed by the doctors because they thought he may pass away anytime in the night. So what astonished me in this story wasn't the picture of a 25-year-old man who weighs less than 70 pounds, but rather than how he could close his eyes completely to shoot for information on health, such as eating until you're full and listening to your body's signals. So today I'd like to share with you my personal commitment to communicating health messages in such a way that will make people listen to them and then change their habit. I will give you 2 reasons why I made this personal commitment, and then 3 actions I made to identify that I'm personally committed to this cause. And I believe this personal commitment is very important for me because of my experience with my friends and family who has eating disorders or who has struggled with lifestyle-related disease. I believe that it is not a lack of accurate nutrition information in our society that is the problem, but rather the overabundance of it, and the fact that people don't listen to the information that's actually good for them. So my first reason that I'm committed to this cause is a friend of mine in high school, Debbie. So both Debbie and I were interested in reading her health articles, and then since she was trying to lose weight, I pointed to her this one article on increasing the metabolism on a ketogenic diet. It sounds very scientific, but actually the takeaway from this article is that low carb equals weight loss. And then, so she was so convinced by this article because it's very research-based that she believed from the bottom of her heart that all she needs for her lunch is just a bowl of raw lettuce. Everyone tried to tell her it was ridiculous, but she wouldn't listen. Well, luckily, her diet didn't lead to a full-blown eating disorder because after a year, she had other health problems and she was actually prescribed a weight-gain diet. So I felt very guilty for what happened to Debbie. And actually, she's the reason why I'm committed to helping people understand and accept messages that are good for them. And my second reason is that I actually saw how presenting nutrition suggestions in a different light can actually benefit people. Well, in this case, my former roommate, Laura. Laura asked me to help her to make sure that she eats clean and then so that she can lose weight. However, she struggled with cutting out processed food because the more she tried to restrict them, the more she wanted to have them. By accident, I brought back to the dorm a flyer on vegetarianism, and then this one statistic really stuck with her. This is that to produce 1 pound of animal protein takes 15 times as much land and water as for producing the same amount of plant protein. So because she found this ethical reason to eat clean and healthy, she actually stuck to her diet, and then now she's a vegetarian. I felt really proud for this, not because I credit myself for turning her into a vegetarian, but rather that I saw that my personal commitment actually will work, and that people actually can change their habit if they can somehow accept the message. And then now I would like to tell you 3 actions I took to as a sign that I'm personally committed to this. So I decided I wanted to be a health journalist, and the first step I took is joining the Daily Women Student newspaper. And then over the year, I learned how to report, how to edit, and then how to interview people, and also how to do online stuff, so like how to put your article online. And then the second thing I did is apply applying to the communication studies major. And I did it this summer, a month ago, and hopefully I'll get a good result. If not, then I'm going to keep applying next year. And then the third thing I did is taking a physiological science class in my first year. It's a class on diet and exercise, and I found it very helpful for me and for people around me because I can tell them about the things I learned in that class. So when I did these actions, I felt very happy and proud and motivated because I'm very interested in learning about health and nutrition, and I think it benefits myself and people around me as well. So in summary, I told you that I'm personally committed to helping accurate health information stick in people's mind. I give you 2 reasons why I'm committed to this, and then 3 actions I took to accomplish this goal. And there should be no doubt in this room that I am personally committed to this. So I hope that in the future, people will understand and accept messages on health that's actually good for them before they go on a crazy fat diet and then actually end up hospitalized in the eating disorder institution. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Where are we? Are we back in the front now? Okay, great.
Alright, my name is Matt.
Hi, Matt.
I thought you did a really good job. It was well practiced, well rehearsed, and all the components were there.
Thank you, Matt. Improvement?
Improvement.
Name?
Oh yeah, my name is Tao.
Hi, Tao.
Improvement is like at the last part of the speech, your pace is a little bit faster and faster, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Bonnie, what was your time?
5:40.
Yeah, you're over time and you're still moving along quickly. You need to edit and slow down and work on your pronunciation so you're clearer. Okay? Okay. You gave us your PC and you said you were committed to, I guess, something about being healthy or helping others learn about healthy nutrition, right?
Actually help them understand, help the right information stick in their minds.
Stick in their minds. Okay, good. And you told us about a boy and a girl, or both, that weighed 70 pounds. And that was quite a vivid image. And I guess you tied back to that in the end. And so no one wants to weigh 75 pounds. And so that was a scare kind of tactic beginning. So that was okay. Your thesis preview was fine. Your significant statements were fine. Let me talk about your first story. I thought that your first story was, you talked about weight loss, and what I thought was it was real light on you and your feelings and personal commitment, and more on somebody else. I want to know more about you. Remember I said personal? Yeah. So let's hear more about you next time, Bonnie. Then you talked about your former roommate and you brought her an article on vegetarianism and that it takes a lot of water to feed a cow. And so she became a vegetarian and you were proud, right?
Yeah.
Still, I didn't get a lot of information about you. What's your diet? How do you eat? I don't know anything about you from this speech, see?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be personal. On your actions, they were consistent with your PC, the Daily Bruin writer, getting into the comm studies major. Good luck. Just keep trying if you don't get in. I guess there's an interview process, right, and all that. So good essay, good grades, and hopefully you get in and take the physiological class. Will help you because it has good scientific basis for information. None of this trendy stuff not based on science. You did have, and I feel happy when I take these actions, so that was good. Your summary, your conclusion, and tie back were all fine. What were your goals?
I think I wrote to not forget moving 3 times. And I think I remember to, I'm not sure if I walked far right this time. And then I also write, I want to speak louder. And yeah, I did try to speak up this time, but I'm not sure how you guys think, if I'm louder than last time.
Yeah, you want to still be even louder and more emphatic.
Okay.
You know, stress certain keywords. Otherwise, you've improved. Follow the prompt, and let's see more of you. You keep yourself well hidden, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, let's.
Professor, could I make 2 speeches, one today, one Wednesday? Since I did not well prepare today, but I want to give the best one I can.
No. I'm not going to do 2. We'll have someone else. You can just do it Wednesday.
But you just give me 0 points.
I know, but you can make it up on Wednesday. You can redeem yourself.
Do I get the full credit?
You get the full credit. But I don't like people that don't come prepared. I'm trying to humiliate you for not being prepared. Right?
I can try my best today and do one.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me run my finger up and down the page. Da. Nor. No nor. Okay. La di da da da. Okay. Fernando already did it. Okay. Aaron.
So I also have printer issues, but I have it on my computer. If that helps.
Whatever. Okay, someone have another blank piece of paper for me? Or actually, I have like.
She has her laptop. I have it on my computer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. Aaron. Where are you? Aaron Park.
Yeah.
Not Parks.
No.
Oh, you want me to follow along, follow the bouncing ball here? Boy, you're putting a Mac in my custody. That's pretty dangerous. Okay. Where's that little thing where I can make this readable? There it is. Okay, you're tall, aren't you? Yes, you are. Your head's missing. Head's still missing. Aaron stands before us, managing attention. They're talking. Clear your voice. Communicating respect non-verbally, saying to yourself, I respect my audience. Unclasp your hands. Finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Be prepared to share with us your personal commitment and be authentic. You have 5 minutes to persuade us of your PC.
Hi, my name is Aaron Park.
Hi, Aaron.
Michael J. Fox, a really prominent American actor, said a quote that really resonated within me, and that was, family is not an important thing, it's everything. And that quote really sums up one of the most important lessons I learned in college that led to the development of my personal commitment. My family has been my backbone and an enormous amount of support in my life, but I didn't recognize that, and not recognizing that and kind of taking advantage of them, I caused them a lot of hurt. So I'm going to share 2 things that caused me to develop this personal commitment and realize what I was doing wrong, and 3 things that I am doing in order to achieve my personal commitment. So the first thing that made me realize that I was really wronging my parents and not putting them first was in not respecting my dad. My dad wasn't a prominent part of my life in my childhood because he was always working. He's kind of like the typical Asian American dad, like very stoic and very like to himself, doesn't talk about his feelings. And because my mom raised me very American, I didn't understand that at all. And I resented him for it, and as I grew older, I became very distant as he started trying to reach out. And when I first started attending college, my dad and I got really drunk together. And because he wanted to, he's like, I'd rather have you get drunk with me first, and then like do it with someone, and then like do it in like a social setting. And when I saw my dad drunk, he was a completely different person. He was super happy. He cried, and I was sitting there the whole time like, okay, like this is interesting. And then I got drunk and I joined him. But reaching that awkward barrier with my dad and hearing about his personal life made me really realize that I was expecting him to take care of me and to nurture me without like considering all of these different factors that made him a person, and I was taking advantage of it. So the second thing that caused me to form my personal commitment was the story of my mom. So both of my parents are immigrants. They came when they were early high school, but my mom came when she was in elementary school, and because like it was a typical immigrant story where the parents, they bring the kids and they automatically start working. And because of that, my mom was left with a random family that, the password is S. My mom was left with a random family that supported her parents when they first came. And my mom, to make a really long story short, was sexually molested by that family, and that caused her to become extremely insecure, and that affected how she raised me, because she was very, very overprotective. I was never allowed to sleep over. I wasn't allowed to have like other friends, and as a result, like other friends like hang out after school, and as a result, I was very resentful, and I didn't understand why my mom had to be this way. But when I found out that she was molested and all of these things had happened to her when she had first immigrated to America, that made me a lot more understanding. And it made me realize how things that I had said to her in anger had provoked her insecurities and had hurt her so much more than I had intended. And so that leads me to things that I do in an attempt to respect my parents more and show them the love that they've given me. So first of all, I listen to them when they talk, which it's kind of difficult to do because they can be pretty long-winded sometimes, but in listening to them, I'm able to pick up on small things that they want, and like for example, even if it's something as like stupid or simple as like ordering stuff on Amazon Prime that my mom would like wants, like pens, listening to them in even the small things, it makes them feel respected and cherished. And that also comes to light when we fight, inevitably, and it's becoming a lot more easier now that I understand them and ask them for their opinions. Like when they yell at me or when they say negative things, just to be okay, I understand that. To just kind of repeat the mantra that we learned in class and just saying, I respect you, and then to truly apologize and feel sorry instead of just making it very surface level. The third thing that I do is in social situations with family members that we've had conflicts with, because my family, as a result of everything that's happened, has a lot of issues. Instead of hating on my uncles, aunts, like grandparents, those kinds of people, to just continually repeat the mantra that I'm repeating for my parents and saying, I respect you, and as a result of doing these three things, it's completely changed my family dynamic. My family has become a lot more warm, and my sisters are, because of what I'm doing, my younger sisters are learning how to respect my parents as well, and seeing how my family is learning how to love each other on a deeper level, it makes me feel very joyful. So in summary, I share 2 things that caused me to develop a personal commitment to respecting my parents, and I share 3 things that enable me, or 3 steps that I take that enable me to reach that goal. There should be no doubt in your minds that I am personally committed to respecting my parents. And as Michael J. Fox said, family is not an important thing, it's everything. And that really resonates true in how confronting their insecurities and learning to love them have enabled me to grow as a person by myself also. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice, Aaron. Where are we?
Hi,
Here.
my name is Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
I really liked your stories. They were really interesting. There was never like a time where I didn't want to pay attention. It was really
Yes. Stories draw your audience in, as you can see. You think it's going to be a boring speech, and suddenly she's telling a story about molestation and getting drunk with her dad, and all of a sudden Brittany's no longer daydreaming about West Palm Beach, Florida. Right? She's back in the moment. So, yeah, that works. Okay. Improvement. Hans Christian Andersen.
Hi, Hans.
Hi, Hans.
I can't think of any
What?
problem. I can't think of any problem.
Was she perfect?
She's kind of perfect to me.
Kind of perfect. Okay, good. Aaron, let me give you some feedback. I loved your quote from Fox. I love that you took my instructions to heart and gave a very personal commitment to something and shared personal and private stuff that you normally wouldn't do. This is what the assignment was supposed to be about. So this was an example of an A speech. So, yeah, a good thesis and a preview. Good SIG statement. When you told us your story about your dad, who was working and putting meat on the table or vegetables or whatever it happens to be, but you resented him because he wasn't there for you. And then when you were going away to college, he decided that he would make up for 20 years of neglect and get drunk with you one night. And you got drunk back, and it was weird but enlightening, and it was an interesting story. Little more moral at the end, but still pretty good, and very compelling storytelling, and it gave us an insight into your personal commitment, and that was good. On your second story, yes, that was definitely personal, sharing your mother being sexually molested. This is very serious stuff, and I appreciate you having the courage to share this with the group, and it also helped you, once you realized it, understand some of her behavior and her paranoia and that sort of thing. People aren't the way they are because of some random nothingness. Things happen and then they become the way they are. When the debate team travels, I am a complete a-hole about people wearing their seatbelts, and I kick people off the team when they don't wear their seatbelts. Well, it turns out that 29 years ago, we had a flat tire on the rear of our van, and it flipped over 3 times. And guess what? Who was the one student that died? The one that took his seatbelt off. And because it was uncomfortable, and I didn't want to wear it. The 1 out of 6 that died was that student. So people go, why is Professor Miller so uptight about seatbelts? I'll tell you why. Because I lost a student, and I'm not going to lose any more. Right? Just like your mother isn't going to have her daughter be molested. And this isn't, this is why when I hear stories like the young Brittany here is zipping along on her phone and putting earphones in, I don't believe in people running around with earphones on. It's a dangerous world. There are predators out there, and you need all your senses to protect yourself. So your mother was wise in being protected. Okay, end of sermon. on your actions. Your actions were consistent with your PC, and your feelings about taking your actions were good. Your summary, conclusion, and tieback were all good. Your kanai were to stay within the time limit.
It was 5:30.
5:30, pretty close. Maintain good eye contact. Do not look at the ceiling or floor. It's a bad habit to put your hands in your pocket. Yeah. So how'd it go?
I looked at the ceiling.
You what?
I looked at the ceiling, so.
What's so interesting about the ceiling? Something's up there? The bugs on the ceiling?
There's no one's face on it.
No faces up there, yeah. 3 to 5 seconds eye contact is always desirable. But you did a very good job. You fulfilled the spirit of the assignment, which I liked the most. Thank you. So you give me a printout of this, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's go to... How's our time looking? No, we're out of time. So, we'll hear from Nicholas, Nikki, Sharon, Jenny, Tao, Hans, Joseph, and Mincio next time. And if you need to see, are you all good if you've done with your PC? Are you all good? Have you seen the model persuasive speech? So you know, and you have your topics chosen, you know you need to have support from the deep internet. And there are plenty of models online. One that says the model, and then there's models, numerous models under Thomas Miller, persuasive speeches, so you can get an idea of how to do it.
Well, when will we start the persuasive speeches?
As soon as we finish the PC. How about Wednesday? Okay, why don't you start one? Anybody have a blank piece of paper? Will the mystery guest sign in, please? Did everyone get a chance to look at Emily Miller's A paper on the sticky book? Okay. Okay, our work is done for the day. Return with honor. There's a roll sheet circulating, so sign it before you leave. Yeah.
Mincio just texted me and asked me to tell you that she's sick and has a doctor's note.
What?
Mincio? She asked me to she just texted me and asked me to tell you that she's sick and she has a doctor's note.
Okay, great. Mincio, great. Okay, great. Right. Tell her, text her back and tell her I hope she's feeling better. So you don't mind going first, right?
It's alright.
Got it done. So why weren't you ready?
I actually like in this time, but did not find it out. Just delivery.
Yeah,
So that is the reason.
That's the reason.
Sorry.
That's the reason.
So I just switch off.
Okay, well, get your act together. Take it on the road.
So I just get it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.